Hey guys, Chris again. Here's my start on my tear down for my head gasket. I've already got the throttle body off. I think that's about throttle body and throttle cable, throttle linkages all unhooked, and that's really my starting point. So yeah, I also got the EGR unhooked. So yeah, here's my starting point. I'm gonna try to go from here and do a little bit to it tonight. It's a Tuesday. This is Tuesday night. As you can see, still snow on the ground everywhere. Snow on the front bumper, but oh well. Crap happens. It's what you gotta do whenever you gotta fix something. Really, more or less, the first thing I'm gonna do is pull the spark plug cables off. Try to reach that last one. Oh, there it went. Then the opposite side, passenger side ones. Ow, that one kind of hurt. Alright, those are all off. I can pull the distributor cap off and go from there. Next little part, gotta disconnect all these vacuum lines and everything, so you can pull, so you can get to the point where you can unbolt the upper intake manifold. Well, upper intake. Plug this map sensor line. Gotta plug all these that are right here. As you can see, I already got a couple unplugged. Man, the weather sucks. Let's flip that out of the way. And then pull this off. Alright. Now I'll show you the next little bit. You gotta use a pair of pliers to pull to loosen that little squeeze tab and pull the brake booster vacuum line off. That'll be my next little thing. I'll pull this one out of the way real quick. Yeah. As you can see, I'm pulling it off. Gotta be kind of careful with it, you don't bust it. And there, that one's off. And now I'm really more or less just about ready. I gotta pull the PVC valve line. This cold weather really makes these rubber hoses hard. Now I'm ready to pull the upper intake off. Alright guys, so the tool for the upper intake, you're gonna need well, you can use any size really you want, drive you want. For me, I got my 3/8 Stanley ratchet, 8-inch extension, and a typical 13mm socket. You can use 1/2 inch, they're both pretty much the same. So yeah. Bust them loose, and then oh man, I'm gonna have to get deep well on that one. That stinks. Alright, so I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna use a 13mm wrench. I just didn't feel like going back inside and getting the correct socket for it. Probably shouldn't do this, but I don't typically do this, but you know what, crap happens. Alright, that's loose. On the back, I gotta do it too. Alright, so much for that trick. This next one, I'm gonna have to get a deep well socket on. I'm gonna run inside and grab one real quick. We're back in business again. I'm gonna hop my fat stuff over this edge and pop these back two bolts off. Oh, that one kind of hurt. Very back corner one's kind of hard to get to. You gotta feel it, and it's tough. Definitely a tough one. Alright, there's one of the bolts. The toughest one is out, other than the center one under the plenum, which is a star bit. It's a really big pain in the butt. Yeah. Hold on. Alright, everybody. Sorry, I forgot to grab the... Ooh! Oh man, where'd my other glove go? Forgot to grab my other extension / adapter. Really bonehead move by me. Oh, I think I have my other glove inside. Oh well, forget it. Yeah. This next bolt is the pain in the butt star key. I gotta remember what size it is. I think it's T30. It's a real big pain in the butt, if you know what I mean. Best little kit to use for it. One of these little small kits, 1/4 inch drive. Any other of the full socket set is going to be too big to fit between the runners on the plenum. Use a T30 to start off with. Fairly certain that's which one it is. But I guess I'm about to find out. It's only the third time I pulled one of these apart. I should remember by now. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, so basically it was a T30 bolt. You stick your socket down. This little runner right in here. I can't see really down there. I always stick my hand back here to feel the star bit, go down onto the bolt and grab the bolt as it comes out. I ain't exactly the biggest person in the world, but I'm the smallest, so an average size hand can fit in there. That's why I consider my hand is pretty average sized. So now to get the rest of these bolts out. I'm going to use my extension and my 13mm socket on my inbound. Bam, already out. That simple, that quick and easy. And my adapter for my deep well 13mm. Don't really have to have this long of an extension when doing this, but I do it. It just makes it easier. It's already out. Yeah, you do have to keep the bolts in line. I already have memorized, but do keep them in line when you're working on your vehicle. It makes it a lot easier. We'll see if this drill will fit back in here like this. Oh, I ain't gonna come close. So I gotta use my socket on this one. My wrench on this one. Don't bother me any, I don't care. Ain't a big deal. And there it's out, I believe. Just that easy. Pull these bolts off. And then you got to pull these plenum and one of the grounds off. You got to pull the plenum support off. Won't take but a second. Alright, I got the ground off and I'm just going to pull this bolt out. Sorry, it's getting kind of hard to see. It's starting to get dark. I think got off work about 3:30 and got home about 4. So right here, right around this time of year, this area gets dark about 5. I'm already pushing about 5:15, I believe. I only started filming about 4:30. Well, actually, it's only about 5 o'clock actually. So yeah, now the upper intake is ready to come off. So yeah, easiest way to do it. I've always done it this way. I kind of get my knees up on the radiator support bar. Kind of the easiest spot. Slide this bolt right back in here so you don't lose it. That's what I always do after I take the support bracket off, so I don't lose that bolt. As most of us do, we just lose bolts all the time. One less bolt to lose makes it a lot easier. So yeah, here I'm going to pull this intake off and sit here and videotape it for all YouTube. Just like I'm doing this whole head gasket with y'all. Y'all are going to be standing basically right next to me the whole time. Oh, let me climb up in here. Plus loose. And off she comes. Easy as pie. And see, there she's off. There's the gasket. And then the next step would be pulling out all these injectors, disconnecting the electronic control modules, all those little plug-ins, disconnecting the fuel rail, purging the fuel system, pulling the lower and the distributor, and then I'd be ready to pull the lower intake. I think I'm gonna run out of time. I might try to pull all the EEC stuff off real quick, and I'll see where time leaves me, or dark brightness more or less.